Hi Cancer, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing a bonus reading for you guys. Once again, you had the highest viewership, so thank you so much. I did want to go ahead and start by letting you know that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Cancer sign, so just take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. Please keep in mind that the energies can reverse. So if it's resonating, get in where you fit in, but don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Cancer? Cancer. All right. Cancer, you're starting out with the Queen of Cups in the reverse. You have the Three of Pentacles reversed and Temperance in reverse. So guys, it looks like you're experiencing some sort of a karmic lesson or a karmic cycle that's here. I feel like there's some sort of an established foundation that has kind of crumbled, and you've kind of pulled back. I see that you have kind of built a wall around your heart right now. And there's a need for healing here. Whatever this situation was, I feel like somebody was uncooperative with your efforts with regard to love in particular. And there's a imbalance that exists in this connection from your perspective. So let me see who's in your energy. Show me who's in Cancer's energy. All right, so the person in your energy, we have the Nine of Pentacles reversed, Six of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. All right, so the person in your energy is feeling a loss here. They're feeling like you have kind of walled them out. Be careful because this person could be a little codependent on your energy. They definitely want to move forward in a more balanced way. They know that there's been chaos within the situation, and that's what caused this foundation to crumble. And I do feel that they feel like you're being uncooperative with them. They're kind of at this point now where they're saying, you know, this has been a tremendous loss for me. I really wanted things to move forward with Cancer, and I wanted us to move forward in a more balanced and you know, towards a more peaceful resolution. But I may have to move forward by myself if Cancer's not going to cooperate with this process. This is somebody with the Ten of Pentacles. They are, you know, thinking of you in a long-term sense. They could be very much affected by either close friends or family in particular. Let me see the energy between Cancer and this person. All right, we have the Seven of Wands reversed and the Three of Cups. Yeah, they want to bring this back together. You may have met this person when you were maybe dating, online dating. You could have run into them in a social situation. But I do feel like you kind of let your guard down with this person, and something here has happened that has made you kind of say, well, you've taken a step back emotionally from them, but they really do want to bring this back together. Let me see what's affecting this connection. We have the Ten of Wands reversed and the Magician in reverse. Yeah, again, they're in this situation, Cancer, where they're trying to decide, do they need to just move forward? I don't think they want to. I think they'd like to bring a more peaceful resolution to the situation with you. But you really have this guard around you right now emotionally. Now, that being said, I do feel like you would like to resolve any issues with them. This didn't manifest the way they thought it was going to, because you do make them happy and they are feeling a sense of loss here. So you could be dealing with a Gemini. Let me see the outcome for Cancer, please. Show me the outcome for Cancer. Show me the outcome. Six of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, you're still pulled back. You're still saying this is not balanced. This isn't a balanced situation. And that's why your guard is up here. I do feel like, though, this person is realizing that something here is not balanced. Now, they could be in another connection for a few of you. With the Ten of Pentacles here, this person could already be in another situation and they met you and they're just very drawn to you. But with the Six of Cups, you're saying, no, this isn't balanced, this isn't equal, and I have to keep my guard up. I want to resolve problems, but not in these, present circumstances, particularly if they are being influenced by family, close friends, or if they're in another connection. And I can understand that. So bottom of the deck is the Emperor in the reverse. This is underlying energy. And it does indicate that the situation from your perspective has kind of spun out of control. And it also tells me that you don't feel a need to go in here and take charge of the situation. You feel like this is something that they need to handle. They need to take charge of. So let me clarify your reading. Spirit, why is the Queen of Cups in the reverse? Now, Queen of Cups is indicating water sign energy here. And it does tell me that this is kind of taking you out of your normal vibration. All right, so we have the Magician reversed and we have the Seven of Cups reversed. A lot of you felt like you were giving unconditionally to this person and that they were not doing the same with you. So I feel like you did let down your guard at some point. You did open up to this person, but it didn't turn out the way you thought it would. It didn't turn out the way they thought it would. But I feel like you're kind of holding them, accountable for that. So let me see why the Three of Pentacles is reversed. Page of Wands and the Strength card in reverse. You may have somebody new in your life as well. You may have met someone new with this Page of Wands. There's definitely something that you're feeling excited about, something new, something that's beginning. It doesn't have to be another person, but I feel like you fear that this, especially if this person is being influenced, and it looks like they are, there's somebody influencing them, and you may fear that, this is never going to get off the ground unless this person, comes in and establishes like a solid foundation with you. So I feel like you would like to do that, but you're hesitant. And like I said, some of you may have met somebody else as well, possibly a Leo. Let me see why Temperance is in reverse. Be careful that you are not acting out of fear, either to try to resolve the problems, because I do see some of you may fear losing this person. You may want to reach out to them to try to resolve problems, but if you do, make sure you're not doing it out of a state of fear. We have the King of Pentacles and we have the Two of Pentacles. You could be dealing here with a earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn. For some of you, there's an indication that this person is in another foundation. And you've already said, look, we can't work this out until, you either in the connection that you're in, or until it could also be that they're being influenced by somebody and not providing the commitment or the stability that you're hoping for. The thing is I do see you guys really feeling as if you would like to work it out, but you feel like it's up to them to either bring forward the commitment that you're looking for and get things off the ground properly, or to end something elsewhere, because there's a sense here you feel like they're juggling too much. They're juggling you, they're juggling other things, and I feel like you just really want balance here. A lot of you guys are really pouring your energy into your own foundation, your own stability. There could be a situation where you're working very hard. Your money might not be quite where you want it to be right now, because I do see you kind of, trying to balance out your finances as well. And a lot of you are working very hard. So let me see their energy. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Spirit, why is the Nine of Pentacles here? Okay, Queen of Wands, Six of Swords. Yeah, there it is again. There it is again. So I feel like this person wasn't expecting to meet you, Cancer. And they're very drawn to you. Aries, Leo, Sagittarian energy. There's a sense here that they feel like they have to move forward. Yeah, but they'd rather move forward with you. They'd rather reconcile with you. And I feel like this is somebody who is a very attractive person. I feel like they do get a lot of attention when they go out and about. And I do feel like this is somebody, for a few of you, this person could even live at a distance, but they don't have to. I really feel like if they could, you know, choose anyone, it would be you. However, that being said, this situation made you feel rather powerless. And I feel like you got some clarity on the situation. There was confusion here. And what you found out, you didn't really like. So I do feel like you are seeing things clearly. So again, your energy is very understandable. For some of you, like I said, this person brought you in as a third party, and you may not have known it initially. Why is the Six of Swords here? Three of Swords, wow. 10 of Swords reversed, and the 4 of Cups reversed. This person is really thinking about you. I do feel like this breakup or lack of communication, perhaps, because I don't even see necessarily you pulling back. I feel like you are still in communication with this person. Well, I mean, pulling back communication. You've definitely pulled back emotionally. But I feel like this person, when you said, look, you know, we have to address the elephant that's in the room, I feel like this person felt very hurt. Yeah, so there's pain in their experience. They weren't expecting, perhaps, for you to put up these boundaries. I do feel like there was an ending here that was painful. And I do feel like for a lot of you, this person thought that they could move forward and just kind of forget you, and now they can't. So none of this has turned out the way they thought it would. None of it. They do want to come back together. I will tell you that. And the more they try not to think about you, the more that they do. It's almost this energy that they're saying, I have to move forward. You know, I've lost Cancer. But I have to move forward. I have to, you know, this is a chaotic situation and I just have to move forward now. But I don't want to. And the more they try, the more difficulty they have with that. Let me see the 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, they're finding you unforgettable. 9 of Cups reversed. And there's the 7 of Wands. Oh, I'm sorry, 5 of Wands reversed. All right, so yeah, this person does want to resolve the problems between the two of you. This is not how they want things at all. Now, if they are involved in another connection, they don't want to be there. But I kind of agree with what I'm seeing. Your stance is that if you don't want to be there, then you need to handle your business. I do see that no one compares to you, but they're not. There's an imbalance in this connection. Let me see the energy between Cancer and this person. Be careful as well, because for some of you, this person could have a drinking issue or a substance abuse problem. Show me the energy between Cancer and this person. Okay, so we have the Tower. So there was a Tower moment between the two of you. We have the 3 of Wands, and there's the Hierophant. Yeah. This person is either involved in another relationship and tried to bring you in as a third party, or there could be, you know, something. Sometimes a Hierophant can indicate somebody who is in a position of authority here, or they're involved heavily in some sort of an organization, possibly. Regardless, there was a Tower moment between the two of you. That was when you had pulled back your energy, pulled back your emotions, kind of put that wall up. And I do feel like you're waiting to see what this person's going to do. You're just waiting to see, are they going to resolve these issues? Are they going to take charge of the situation or no? Let me see what's affecting this connection. I will tell you that they are very much so feeling the loss of you, and I don't think they were expecting that. All right. Knight of Cups in the reverse. You have the High Priestess in reverse, and the 6 of Wands reversed. Again, that karmic lesson or a karmic cycle here. that has to be addressed in order to bring emotional stability back into your energy. Now, something got revealed, and that's what caused the Tower moment. There was a secret here, or there was something that was revealed. This again is what caused you to pull back. And your fear is that this person is never going to come towards you in the proper way, that they're never going to come towards you in a loving manner and offer you that cup of love. They're never going to try to resolve these problems. So there's a lot of fear in your energy with regard to this person and with regard to what was revealed here. And you're just kind of waiting to see, well, what are they going to do now? In their energy, they feel like a failure. They feel like, they hurt you. They know that they hurt you. They know that there was something here that was disrespectful, that they may have even been taking you for granted, but they do want to bring it back together, but they don't feel like you would cooperate with that. They don't feel like you're open to that. So let's see your outcome. Ooh, there's that Emperor in reverse again. Some of you could be dealing with an Aries. I see Scorpio energy, Taurus energy. Show me the outcome for Cancer, please. Show me the outcome. Queen of Pentacles, the Emperor in reverse, and the Devil. Capricorn energy. Again, Taurus is very strong. Virgo, Capricorn is very strong energy, as well as Aries. So, yeah, there's just an imbalance here. And this imbalance either revolves around this person having another connection, or they're being influenced by, somebody. It's bringing in toxic energy, though. And that toxic energy is still present, unfortunately. And this is why you don't feel like it's your job to take control of the situation. You feel like this is something they need to sort out. Your fear is that they won't. You do genuinely feel like this person would be a very compatible person with you. I feel a very strong attraction here. But there's just an imbalance that's here, and you just are saying, look, I'm going to find balance in my own life. You're in this mode where you're saying, also, I need to, attend to myself. I'm going to work really hard. I'm going to pour my energy into my own stability. This is not my issue. This is not my problem. And you're recognizing that this person has some toxic elements here that they really do need to work out in order to resolve the issues between the two of you. So you putting up your guard, you saying, kind of pulling back your emotions is actually what's making this person want to move towards you in a better way. But I do feel like it's not, well, for most of you, it doesn't look like it's going to come about in the, like the next week or so. Energy shifts very quickly. So, check back, when I do your regular reading, but there's just toxic energy here. And this person knows it. That's the thing. They know it. They want to overcome it, but yet they're not taking the action to do so. As far as communication, I don't really see them reaching out. I know that's a fear of yours, but I do feel like the more this person tries to move on from you, the more they find that they can't. I'm getting this energy that says you're just absolutely unforgettable. So, bottom of the deck is the Sun card in reverse, Leo energy. And this is, underlying energy. It does indicate that there's unhappiness in the situation, which is obvious. And it also indicates your fears. You don't know if this person's ever going to handle their business and then approach you in the proper manner. So, yeah, this is a little bit difficult. I do see that. I'm going to pull, we just had the Chinese New Year, so I'm going to pull from the Chinese fortune telling deck, and let's see if there's some advice for you, Cancer. Advice for Cancer. All right, so you have the Sun. It's number 28. 28 condenses to a 10, and that tells me that you are at the end of some kind of a cycle here. So that should bring a little bit of relief for you. It's talking about growth in personal relationships, newfound optimism, and enthusiasm. It says, it says, the sun shines brilliantly on your whole life. You are feeling much more optimistic and enthusiastic about everything, and your life will be enriched through all this positive energy. You will surely attract some wonderful experiences into your life. But I also want to go into the relationship aspect. It says, this is a wonderful period for emotional happiness around your whole family. If single, this card indicates the beginnings of a strong new relationship. And there is somebody new that is present in your life, whether you may not be really seeing them at this point. It says existing relationships see positive growth and fertility is at an all-time high. So use protection if you don't want to become pregnant, guys. Children may bring double happiness and the greatest joy into your world. All right. I hope that this has been helpful for you. If you've resonated with this reading, Cancer, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hype the video if you can. And until I see you in your next reading, Cancer, know that you are loved and namaste.